Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, January the 23rd, 2025. Listen, today was a typical Thursday, no real action at all, Now, let's talk about the minor things that happen. We have Lucky is at the PCPD. Liz is doing his little stitch band-aid um because his little cut. She's tending to him like a nurse, and he's in the like interrogation room. They have not booked Lucky, and bottom line, they should not be arresting Lucky at all. Lucky worked for the establishment trying to keep the peace. Okay, so I don't even know why they had Lucky there. That was ridiculously stupid. Aside from the fact that's the mayor's son, y'all. Anyway, we have Liz. Well, I said she's taking care of Lucky's bruises. They question Felicia, just like nonchalant conversation as if, what do you think about this? And I heard you remember that. Do you remember anything else? Right? She goes, no, I don't remember anything else. And so she goes, I'm surprised you two are interested in it. And they made up some stuff. Well, I forget the story. They said it. Oh, Dex's stabbing. Said, oh, we're interested just in Dex's stabbing and the incidents that happened there. So Felicia's like, oh, okay. She and Mac were at the PCPD because Cody got arrested, and it was interesting. Molly was actually using her weight as the ADA to talk to Cody, and she delivered the message that Christina, the owner of Charlie's, is not interested in pressing charges. She just wants her the damages taken care of. She wants Cody to cover the damages. And he said something flippant like, well, no. Lucky Spencer got arrested too. Then he needs to help cover the damages as well. No, Lucky wasn't the instigator, Cody, idiot. You were. That's just like Brick intervened and stopped it. Should he have to pay for some of the damages too? Cody is just being ridiculous. So Molly was like, ooh, he had a horrible attitude. And she goes, are you still drunk? And he goes, sadly, no. So Matt came in, and Molly said, look, you do your best, because the owner of Charlie's, Christina, is she's not going to press charges as long as he agrees to pay for the damages. Max says, I'll see what I could do. So Mac talks to Cody, and I'm not even going to recite what he said. It was the usual, you were doing so well, blah, 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 yeah. Cody ends up saying, okay, I'm done with drinking. Now, he been face down in a bottle for weeks now. And he, one conversation with Mac, I'm done with drinking. Do y'all think he's done with drinking? No, he's absolutely not done with drinking. So anyway, but he's promising to do better, be better. He's gonna call and apologize to Maxie and Spinelli tomorrow, because Mac is like, Maxie thinks of you as her brother. And she was kind of hurt that you did this. She doesn't understand where this is coming from, right? So he's supposed to be apologizing tomorrow. Okay. Now, at Charlie's, Lucy and Sidwell come in, and Lucy is just flapping her gums on everybody's business. You know, oh yeah, from there, that's Alexis. He goes, no, no, I've already met her. She's the one that delivered the title to Spoon Island. Now, they had to tie up their writing, you know. See, I would love to think somebody watches Comment Corner, but let's be real, they don't. Where we said, wait a minute, Spoon Island was sold to a developer. Wait a minute. Why would the Cassadine estate be involved? Well, the developer company ran out of money and backed out of the deal. They couldn't make the payments to Spoon to the Cassadine estate. So the Cassadine estate just took that right back, right? So that's how Spoon Island got in the hands of the Cassadine estate, and that's how why Alexis was used to deliver the title to Sidwell. And I thought, oh, okay, well then yeah, you explained that, right? What was interesting, did you all notice this? Sidwell gets a call and he goes into Lucy. I'm sorry, I've got to go. And she goes, well, no problem as long as you agree to do this again, because he bought her a bottle of Christina's finest champagne, right? And he goes, well, that was always in the plans. And then he goes to kiss her hand again. And I'm thinking, yeah, I like all that kissing of the hand, right? I read somebody's comment in comment corner. It's like, oh, with all the everything going on, we don't know where that man's lips have been, you know? So he leaves. Now Natalia was on her way to Charlie's because Brick showed up in Sonny's room and they told him what was going on. And Brick told him, oh, the opening went well. Christina's handling her own and blah blah blah. And Sonny's like, yeah, I sent her a text, but she hasn't responded. I want her to know that I definitely, would be there. And so Natalia says, well, I can go and deliver a message. What, you got caught up with a client and you send your love, you couldn't be there. And so he goes, would you do that? So she goes. Now, oddly enough, Sidwell leaves before Natalia gets there. Now, truth be told, no one would know Natalia was on her way to Charlie's unless Sonny's room at the Metro Court is being bugged. Now, if Sonny's room is being bugged, then they know Sonny has a heart problem, right? So I really don't think Sonny's room is bugged because any doggone mob boss better have his room swept, especially a public room like a hotel room. Sonny. I just think they wanted us not to think anything of it. Sidwell has to leave because Natalia did not walk in 5 minutes after Sidwell left. It actually took a minute, almost as if the Metro Court is half hour more away from Charlie's, which is not. I don't know what took uh Natalia so long. But anyway, she comes in, compliments Christina. Alexis is she's there. And she then ends up leaving. Um Jordan comes and asks Alexis, can she sit, next to her? And Alexis is like, sure, come on, join me. So they're there, and what Jordan said, and this is while Sidwell was there, because Jordan was gone by the time Natalia got there. She says, who's that guy that Lucy Coe was with? And Christina says, oh, his name, he bought Spoon Island. His name, no, no, no. Alexis says, she looks, he bought Spoon Island. His name is James Sidwell. And Jordan's thinking, James Sidwell. Hmm. Right? And so Jordan then hightails it over to Laura's office. Now, before Jordan got to Laura's office, Ava was there, making sure Laura was going to testify for her in the custody case. Because remember, Laura said she would testify on Ava's behalf back when she was mad at Sonny last before Sam died, before Lulu needed, got the transplant. And Laura told her, look, I'm gonna really have to just not get involved. And Ava said, but why? You said that Avery being with me would be the best. And she goes, Sonny and I have mended fences. Things have changed. She goes, a lot has happened, Ava. From Lulu getting her surgery, Sam dying, Lulu waking up. Sonny and I have bonded. We share a grandson, and we have come together on that. So therefore, you know what? I'm going to stay out of this because I don't want to alienate the situation. And Lord, Ava's like, well, I'm disappointed, but I understand. And Laura's like, yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but no, I have to think of everyone involved. So Ava leaves. She's mad. And then that's when Jordan comes in, catches Laura right as she's getting ready to walk out her office. And she says, I was at Christina. No, but Laura looks at her and says, you look nice. And she goes, yeah, I just left Christina Corinthos's. I just left Charlie's. And Laura says, oh, that's right. Christina Corinthos was having a grand opening. And Jordan says, yes. And she says, and guess who Lucy Coe walked in with? And Laura's like, who? She goes, James Sidwell. And Laura said, James Sidwell? Isn't he the one that I think Laura said blew up that warehouse? Wait, and he's just walking around Port Charles, freely? And Jordan said, and using his name. So Laura says, come on in. Apparently, Laura called the FBI. She called the WSB. And she didn't say she called Anna. I think maybe she said PCPD. I don't know. Anna wouldn't know nothing anyway. But James Sidwell has no warrants out. James Sidwell has no record. So he may be on a watch list, but nothing, major. And I thought, well, that's a lie. That's a lie and a double lie. Because when Lucky was being held captive, because he goes, James Sidwell's the one that held Lucky captive. Yeah. Laura knew very well who James Sidwell was, right? And so what I'm saying is that's a lie and a double lie. Before Jack Brennan sent in the extraction team, Anna and Jason, he was like, James Sidwell is a very dangerous guy. Oh, he had a whole dossier on Sidwell. Sidwell was not squeaky clean whatsoever. Now, the only reason to me the WSB may not have him on a we got to pick him up list is Brennan is known, Jack Brennan, for doing a lot of things off the books. Like he sent Anna and Jason, gave them the information off the books. He sent that jet and bombed Sidwell's camp off the books because remember his assistant was saying you have overstepped and that is international terror. We are not involved in that. And you just sent resources getting into something that you should not. And Brennan said, you let me worry about what I'm doing. You worry about your assignments that I give you. Remember, you are my assistant. And she even reminded him when she took a shot at Valentine, she says, you do things off the books and you do things for your own agenda. I have to think of the WSB as a whole. So that may be one reason that the WSB, and the FBI never knows anything, but the WSB itself, the agency, doesn't know because Sidwell kept that off books. Laura needs to be talking, not Sidwell, kept it off book. Jack Brennan kept it off books. Laura needs to talk to Jack Brennan. Period. That's who she needs to talk to, right? And let Jack Brennan know that Sidwell is there. See, there's too many disconnects. And I'm sorry, everybody. They know he kidnapped Sasha because of Holly. So Sasha needs to be protected. It's just a whole lot about that. Jason needs to know Sidwell is there. Now, Laura should be, she has a meeting because Lucy says, oh, I can get you in to see the mayor. So she texts Laura. And while Laura's talking to Jordan, she goes, yeah, speak of this. I got a text. Guess who wants to meet with me? And they look at each other. So Laura calls him and said, would tomorrow be okay to meet? And he's like, yeah, that'd be great. Don't think Sidwell does not know that Lucky is her son. He knows that. So who else do you think needs to know? And see, Lucky was gone from the fight, I mean, from being arrested when Sidwell came in. All the key players in the Sidwell incident or extraction, they all need to know. So we shall see how the key people, how and when they're going to find out. Seriously. Let's see. Britt comes to Sonny's suite at the Metro Court talking to him. And, you know, like I said, Natalia and Sonny bring him up to speed. Natalia leaves to go to Charlie's to talk to Christina. And Britt tells Sonny, okay, now, I need to know everything. When did this start? And Sonny broke down what started about 6 months ago. And he goes, wait, 6 months ago? And he goes, yeah, but it went away. And then really over the holidays, it started to get stronger. And so Brick says, okay, here's what's got to happen. For one, not a word of you having a heart condition can get out. The 5 families will sense weakness. Did anybody catch that? I caught it. Are there still 5 families? No. There's only 2 families. Wu and Corinthos. And Corinthos is the one on top. All the others are gone. They're dead. There is no 5 families. And I thought, ooh, the writing messed that up. See, that was a little detail that was incorrect. So Sonny goes, I know. He goes, but we have got to get you checked out and we've got to get you taken care of. Because he told him that Isaiah gave him prescription for whatever he said the name was. And Britt said, well, it's obviously not working. And he goes, no, it's just a band-aid. It's just to help temporarily. It's gonna not be effective the stronger the. So Brick says, okay, no, nope. Brick picks up the phone, gets him a appointment with the top cardiologist in California, in LA. And he says, and we're gonna go. He says, the only thing we have to think about is what's going to be the cover story. Because Sonny goes, they can't know I'm going to LA to see a doctor. So Natalia comes back and she says, oh, everything's taken care of. And they look at her and they said, so Britt says, okay, well, we got to come up with I have an appointment with Sonny to see the top cardiologist in Los Angeles. And Natalia says, that's good. That's very good. Said, but we have to think of a cover story as to why he's going out of town and why he's leaving. Right? And so Natalia says, oh, I can think of a cover story. We'll have that covered. So Brick says, okay, well, I'm going to leave you two to brainstorm. Right? Now, to me, I think the cover story she's going to do, remember there's this big closing that Maxie and Natalia was talking about before she found Sonny, and she was saying she could push that meeting back. She could push the signing back. She was going to do that because of Michael. And that's when Sasha came in and says, "Oh no, no, Michael's already he's on his way to Germany as we speak." And so Natalia looked at Maxie. She goes, "We may not have to reschedule this meeting after all. Push the signing back after all." I'm wondering, are they going to say, okay, they got to go to LA for a signing, because who would know where the actual deal needs to be signed, right? To me, I think that's what they would tie it in with business, of course, and I think that's how they're going to do it. So we shall see. We shall see. Now, Ava and Rick. Rick finds this apartment, little tiny apartment, but it's 2 bedrooms. Avery'd have a room, and Ava would have a room, and Ava's like, "Oh no, because see, she bougie. Oh no, I could never live in here. This place isn't big enough for even Avery to live in here alone." And Rick says, "Look, this place is within your budget. You can't afford a lot, Ava. Let's be real. As a matter of fact, you can't even afford to stay at your suite at the Cosmopolitan very much longer." And she looked at him. And he goes, "This place is quaint. It's got, room, for you to use your creativeness." He goes, "You could do a lot with this space. You have the taste and the know how. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to have a chance of getting custody of Avery, you cannot be living in a hotel, because living in a hotel will not, that'll absolutely make sure you don't get custody, because that's not a place to raise a child. You you don't have to stay here forever, but you need to establish a home if you want your daughter." And he was, she's snapping at him and everything else. He goes, what's going on with you?" He goes, "You can't even afford me right now." "That's not true. That's not true. You just took, my check from that sale." He goes, "Ava, that is what you owe me, my fee for getting murdered, you out of murder charges. That has nothing to do with a custody hearing." She goes, "Juanita warned me about you. That the only thing you want is money. You're all about money. And if you don't have money for you, then you don't, you won't have the time of day." And he says, "I don't care what Nina may have told you. But yes, I want to get paid." He says, "Look, I want you to win your case. Sonny has endless deep pockets that you just do not have. So we have to make sure we're doing all the right things to make you look good. Establishing a home is a must." He goes, "Ava, I'm on your side. I've told you I'm on my side. I'm here. Look at what I've done for you. Like, I found this place for you. I'm proving I'm on your side." He goes, "And I'm gonna stand by you." But he didn't say for free, right? And he kind of touched her nose. "I wouldn't let you do this alone." And all out next thing, he touched my nose. No. So then he kind of leans in for a kiss, and she leans in for a kiss, and they're kissing in the living room, probably slash bedroom, because it's so small, living room. And after they kind of break away, like, "Oh, what are we doing?" And she goes, "This little place, with some vision, it is quaint. It does have ambiance. And it has a great view." She says, "I think I will take it. Thank you." Right? And I'm thinking, I know you're going to take it, chick. You want Avery. Right now, Sonny don't have a place. But guess what? Sonny has money. Sonny could go out and buy any place right now. And it's like I said, and I said it on reviews before. Sonny owns the house next door to Carly. It used to be Connie Falconeri's house. Move there, Sonny. I mean, have they forgot about? I don't know. See, these are new writers, and new writers don't know everything, or they should, right? However, Sonny can buy anything he wants to buy and move there. Sonny could have bought Spoon Island if he wanted it. So Sonny not having a place for Avery to stay should not be an issue. Okay. Because see, what is an issue is her staying at Carly's because Carly's gone and Josselyn and Lucas are there watching her. See, that's the prime time to snatch. She ain't even with her daddy. Yeah, there was an incident. I mean, an unfortunate incident, but daddy needs to make arrangements too. Sonny's not going to win that staying in the hotel either. But Sonny can change his situation with the blink of an eye, and Ava can't right now. So anyway, that's you will see how that plays out. And Josselyn and Lucas were talking, and she tells him how she blew it. She let Cyrus know what was happening with the PCPD, and Lucas is like, "Oh, Josselyn, you don't want to get involved in Cyrus's crosshairs." And stupid Lucas tells her the theory that Lucky and Elizabeth have. Oh, she's gonna do more. Then I'm gonna prove. I'm gonna prove that Cyrus stabbed Dex. I'm gonna prove that he killed Dex, in the hospital. And Lucas was like, but promise me, because even before he told her, promise me you won't, get it. If I tell you, promise me you won't do anything. She goes, well, I don't want. I'm not. Look, I don't want to lie to you. So then, should you have told her anything? No, because she's telling you, I'm not going to promise you because I am going to get involved. And after he told her, guess what? I'm gonna bring him down. Her herself. See, Josselyn just don't. She don't have a clue. She don't have a clue and a half. So I think everybody, I think I've covered everything. Yes, I have on today's General Hospital. Nothing much, nothing much. Now, I'm going to go to comment corner. I'm going to start my trusty dusty stopwatch. Now, listen, there's 103 comments in comment corner. Wow, you guys did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal. You know it because you all are reading it too. I scrolled because yes, let's see, Tuesday I went from the top down. Wednesday I went from the bottom up. Today I scrolled down to where I thought was the middle, stopped right there. I'm gonna go from the middle down. So I don't want to hear daily recap lady, you haven't been reading my comments in days. That's because there's a lot of them, and we love a lot of comments, and I'm only doing 10 minutes worth. And it all depends on where the mouse stopped. That's how it works. I'm not avoiding anybody's comments. Just understand that. Now, we've got, let me start the timer. X Star Zones said, I love your recap videos on General Hospital. I already subscribed to you too. Great job. Thank you for the GH updates and giving us your thoughts. Well, thank you so much. I think that is the first time that I have seen your comments. So thank you so much. I definitely want to say that. Now we have Just K says, yeah, Drew, and go shave your face. And she put a smiley emoji. Daily recap lady, you're hilarious. And I agree with everything you said about loser Drew. No, Felicia, I will not give Willow any grace until I see her change. I think I like how they have kept the same cop desk on GH. He's been on there for years. Oh, the same cop at the desk? He sure has, yeah. He don't have no lines though. Rarely, yeah. Okay. He's an under five liner. Renee says, agreed. Go shave your face, Drew. And Linda says, Laura Wright was on X and said that the rumors of her getting married were not true and that her and the guy who played Peter August are content with being single. Oh, really? She's not married. Okay, well, maybe she's taking a vacay. I hope Carly and Brennan get together while she is in Germany with Michael. Because do any of us truly, really care about Laura Wright's private life? No, we care about Carly. Now, and look, that may have came out wrong. If Laura listened to my recaps, it's not that we don't care what happens to Laura Wright, the person in real life, right? But I'm in it for her to be Carly. I'm here to watch Carly. I'm not here to judge and want to talk about her personal life. Who cares? It ain't on TV. So anyway, Just K says, oh, Miss Chandra said it's a rumor that's not really Drew. Oh yeah, that's a rumor. I know. I believe that's true. Just Kate says, I can see him but being Drew body, but Shiloh mind. Drew and Shiloh have history when they were army buddies, so it could be possible. Anything's possible in General Hospital. They used to freeze people's heads, thinking they're gonna bring them back to life. Come on now. Chisholm says Michael doesn't have to accept Willow's apology. Nope, not at all. Just Kay says, wait, I sure wouldn't, especially when Carly tells him how Willow and Drew were trying to control his medical. She will have time in Germany to fill Michael in. Alicia says, I'm no longer a Brick fan. I'm glad I missed that episode. What? You're not a Stephen A? I love Stephen A. Anyway, Chisholm says, I wonder how long the compromise will last between Tracy and Willow. Oh, Tracy's gonna cut her down with her words. You know how she is, but Willow's gonna hold her own. She ain't going nowhere. Just Kay says, knowing Tracy blackmailing about her. No. I think Tracy will try to hurt her by showing the video about Nina. Yep, that Tracy would do that callously and purposefully. Anna says, as long as she doesn't let Drew come and spend the night. Exactly. Exactly. Chisholm says, having a moment with Tracy is like having a moment with a cobra. And Chisholm also says, or Chris, actually, it's Chris. I'm saying Chisholm. That M is probably in the last name. So Chris, sorry, Chris. Goodness gracious. I don't think Willow knows how to handle the Quartermains. She survived this long. Chris says they wield a lot of power and influence. Melody says, I think Willow is better at it than Drew. Me too. I think so too. Chris says, shame on you, Drew, making promises you can't keep. That is so right. Um, Jason is more of a Quartermain than Drew would ever be. Yep, you are so right. Now, Chris, I'm going to scroll down a bit because I've given you quite a bit of airplay here. Aurelius says, okay, Michael's in Germany and Cyrus' plan has been foiled. Can we get a reaction? Come on, kids. Come on, kids are with Willow on the Quartermain property. Let's get some exciting story, please, GH. And Aisha says, Daily Recap Lady, you're a little too on the money with with recreating Drew's whispering voice. That's the only voice he has. He plays Ryan. I mean, to me, that's all he knows how to play. Ryan was just that way. Greedy. Oh my goodness. Here's hoping that some part of Willow is registering the difference in the way each twin negotiates. Jason simply proposed a workabout situation for everyone involved. No escalation, no power plays, no exploitation, no leveraging of anyone or anything. That's because Drew's trying to make a point. That is because Drew, he's trying to make a point. Just Case says, and he actually talked to her and not at her. I like how Jason talked only to Willow and completely ignored him. That was great. Me too. I love that. See, if you are significant, then you get acknowledged. But if you're insignificant, you ain't even here. Oh, please. Right? And let's see. Let's go down. DM trailer says, I really dislike Drew and can't even listen to his voice. I have to fast forward and come watch you and tell me what he said. Oh my goodness. Laura Jess K says same. This jazzy hands and crazy eyes are getting on my on my nerves. This character in the closet for a decade, or a who done it to Drew. Yeah. Lori says, it's that terrible whisper he does and those evil eyes. Can't stand it. See, and I'm going to tell you, we don't, what I don't do is I don't body shame. Like, people say long neck Drew. If you notice, as I'm reading the comments, I leave all that out. Now I'll say crazy looking, creepy. I'll say all that because he's acting creepy and he know it, right? The whispering, that's not a defect. He chooses to do that as a part of his acting, and I just don't know why. Whispering does not mean it's a sign of sincerity. It doesn't. Uh, Jackie says, I don't understand sometimes. It is like we're watching two different stories. LOL. Oh, really, Jackie? Because different people react to different things in different ways. Okay, they just do. I mean, so if you like a character, when you see their scenes, you look for the best, and you give them grace and you give them understanding. Like people used to be so up in arms, back when Nina and Carly. Nina was Carly, couldn't say Carly, the name Carly had to come out of her mouth every other word. And I'm definitely Team Carly. And all the Team Nina people, woo, they were on fire in Comment Corner. Because, see, we see things differently. We like different characters on the show. And that's what soap operas are all about. Jess K says, I like the new setup. I like it. Oh, Christina's Charlie's. It's a chill place. Maybe a possible chemistry test between Christina and Lucky. I kind of felt that way too. Christina's actually looking kind of cute. DB says they had it feeling like a vibe. That is so true. It's a place you want to go for that vibe. Dashia says, as long as Drew stays around, Drew keeps coming around messing with Willow and stalking her undermined it. Well, he's undermining her. Drew is jealous. I hope Tracy Quartermain would make sure Drew is jealous. Oh, okay. Yeah, we shall see. So now I'm scrolling down. Chris has a lot of great comments, everybody, but Chris, I've read a lot of your comments. That's why I'm scrolling down to get some other folks. Jacarly says, I'm not liking the regression of Cody either. I'm not liking that at all. I'm with you, Jacarly. He's right back to being the person we don't like. But him and Sasha's relationship made him grow on us. That's true. That is so true. X Star Zones 2 says, ew, they're cousins. No, well, we're not saying get back together again. But I liked Cody and Sasha's together. I did. Renee says, could Cody be trying to get thrown in jail so he can't pay Miss Wu back if he's in lockup? Look, like I said, he only owes Miss Wu, well, that was a few days ago. He only owed her $5,000. It's probably up to 6 or 7 now because every day you don't pay, she'll tack on $1,000, right? Cody has to have $5,000. Let's be real. He has free room and board and free food. Get out of here. Melody says Michael's wife having her lover outside the hospital room made me sick. Oh, me too. All right, everybody. That went 11 minutes into Comment Corner. Thank you so much for participating in Comment Corner. I love it when I hear your thoughts and read your comments. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, tomorrow's Friday. Let's get some action. Let's have a cliffhanger Friday tomorrow. So I'll see you then.